Hello guys. Today it's Wednesday. Is it the 1st or the 2nd of March or something? No idea. Anyway, I've just finished work. It's raining. Even Dave's fed up. So I'm going to do a bit more on this engine, taking it to bits. But you'll notice there's some more engine cases. Now this engine here, we know that it's been smashed there where the chain smashed it, and I thought it'd just be a simple case of welding that back up there, but obviously what I forgot to say was the starter motor mounting bolts go there as well, as we can see on this engine. So obviously the chain's come off and it's smashed all this on that engine there. So that'd have been, there's no way I'd have been able to weld that up, and there's no engines that are smashed anywhere else, so I could have cut this off and welded that on to that one. So this engine's knacked. The casing, sorry, are knacked. So I'm going to use all the internals out of this engine and swap them over and put them into this engine. But what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to get all the little bits off this engine, like the little seals and that there and stuff like that, and there's still the main bearings in there. You can see the shells, look there. I'm going to get all them off. I'm marking them up first of all. I'm going to get all these seals out. Any nuts and bolts I can get off, I'm going to take off. I don't want to touch the studs, although I must admit I would have liked to get those studs out, but I'm going to leave them, I think. I'm going to take all these out, the cam chain tensioners and stuff, and then these casings then are going off for blasting. I'll probably take them Friday morning because I've got the day off. Once they've been blasted, then I'm going to paint them. I've no idea what colour yet, but it'll most likely be a silver or something. It's either going to be silver or black or something. It'll either be a black casing with white barrels and then a black head, or it'll be silver with black barrels and a silver head, or just all silver. I don't know yet. Once they're done, I've got a load of cardboard here, and I'm just going to sit them somewhere where they're out of the way, they're not going to get damaged, and then they're there ready for when I start rebuilding. So that's what I'm on with now. So like I said, I'm going to get all this emptied, you know, the seals off and the bearings out and stuff like that. And then I'm going to start taking this to bits. So when I won't bother filming that, but when I've come to film this, then I'll start filming again. Because obviously I need to take the oil cooler off, the clutch out, stuff like that, the pistons off. Well, I found the other piston, look. That was inside. I've already marked that one up. I need to mark the rest up. So I found the pistons. The reason that was off is because originally I wanted to turn this engine into a 1040, and I thought a piston from I think it's a is it a YZR? No, I've no idea. Well, forget that idea anyway. Right, so I'll be back to you soon. Right, so them casings now are completely empty, bare. There's no bearings, no nuts, bolts. Well, there's still the studs, but I'm going to leave them in. So they're ready for blasting now. I'm just taking this clutch out of this. I was going to film it, but to be honest with you, all the casing bolts were only hand tight. Even the centre nut that holds the clutch in, that was only hand tight. So obviously somebody's had this clutch off and just put it back on hand tight. When you're taking these out, there's a ball bearing that lives in there as well. That was still in. Now there's no push rod, so I don't know where that's gone, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So to get the ball bearing out, all I did was that's a bit of a snapped Allen key or a bit of round bar or something, and I just dropped it where the push rod went in there. So I just dropped it in. I tilted the engine over to the right hand side and just dropped that down, and the ball bearing came out then because it was stuck in with a bit of oil. So I'm going to carry on with this now, taking it, you know, in bits. The oil cooler's off, so I'm going to take all these little brackets off now. Obviously take these nuts and bolts off. I'll take the pistons off, and then we'll be ready for the sump then. So it's not going to be long before this is in bits. So I mean, everything's hand tight. So they've obviously. So I've ordered some plastic bags as well to put all this in. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything in the plastic bag. So all the clutch plates, this basket, all these stuff, the nuts, the little push rod, stuff like that, the little bearings there. Look, they're just going to go in a plastic bag then, and then they're all together. Rather than just throwing them all in a tub. All this lot in here is stuff from the bottom of that other engine. You know, the cam slide, the cam chain guides and stuff like that. So I'll carry on. Yeah, I'll carry on. Right. Somebody's had this engine in bits before because everything is loose. Even this, and I swear to God I haven't touched this, but look at that. So what they've done is somebody's had it and just put it back together hand tight, which is good for me because I don't have to struggle. But it's if they've fucking taken something off and not put it back in. That's what the problem is. But anyway, so I'm just going to take this oil strainer off. And then I'm going to call it a do then because Alice is home. So I shall see you soon.